when a wife makes a contribution in a conversation, should the husband shut her down? Like, no, don't mind her.
Yeah, that's possible. It's the question is maybe you should give me an example, because
even in the
possible.
presence of his friends.
It doesn't matter if somebody is pleased with what you said, they will react. You always react too in the presence of your friends.
Oh, that's bad.
Yes, we know it's bad. So possibly there is a difference between the wisdom of a husband and a wife. The knowledge base is different. In marriage, you can never have two people married and having the same power. Why do you think love is important in marriage? So that it could cover most sins. If it's an office place, if I'm talking as a CEO, my secretary can't just put them out, or a PA will put them out, because absolutely it's going to be heavy on you, unless realistically if you are so knowledgeable about that. If I'm talking about production now, my gate man will not come and put his mouth
at all.
My PA will not come and talk about finance, because you don't know anything about it. They keep quiet. If I ask questions, they might say yes sir, that's all. But you know, in marriage, even if your wife doesn't know a particular subject, she will still put her mouth. If your husband doesn't really know what you're saying, he's going to put his mouth. So it gets pissing. On a serious note, let's be frank. We just say, most people think once they are married, they become the same thing.
But the wife cannot shut the husband down like that.
The wife cannot shut the husband down, simply because most husbands, in quote, have more knowledge about conversations they have. How many women are friends? How many women? How many women went back to school after they got pregnant and gave birth to children? How many women? How many women advance their courses and their careers of chosen field? How many women? I tell you, this is the point most women fight their husbands and fight the community, because they are thinking, you people are not letting us make it. You people are making us dumb. You people are making us bad. And it's the truth, because the hierarchy of families does not really support the growth of women, except thank God for all this Google, YouTube and everything that most women can. But guess what? Most women will go into entertainment. They are entertaining themselves, that they can educate themselves. So instead of educating yourself with the availability of internet, you're on TikTok watching TikTok, you're on YouTube watching movies. The best things from girls, movies, they know all the movies.
Yes.
So how do you learn anything from inside movie? Disillusion. You are just going to be learning fake things that doesn't exist. And in your mind you think is real. An average woman was taught using Nollywood or Bollywood or Hollywood, whatever they watch, or Telemundo. So they naturally think love is based on what they watch, because those people are their idols. They are the people they watch on screen. So they want their husbands to. It's a lot of stress. Marriages cannot work, I'm telling you, unless both parties consciously start working on it. It will never work, because a wife will think she's intelligent, and outrightly is just based on instinct. You're going to be having conversations you know nothing about. Let me give you an example of this particular case that happened. There was a particular man who was speaking on phone with his friend, and his friend was outside of the country and was asking about data. Like, what's the data strength of Nigeria? Which one is good? Is it Glo? Is it MTN? And the husband was saying, okay, MTN is still better, or it's still good. Guess what the wife said? The wife said, there is no network that is good in Nigeria. Then the husband said, don't mind her, Jari, that she doesn't know what she's saying. So the wife got angry, like, why did you shun me off in the presence of your friend? Why are you this brutal?
Yeah, because she did not know what she's saying, truthfully.
Now you agree with her. But you know what? The husband was looking towards, and look at how men and women think. Men are hunters. Women are carers. They are caregivers. I don't know why people mix this up. Men hunt, women care. So for the woman who is saying there is no good network in Nigeria, you know why the woman is saying that? He doesn't want this man from overseas to waste his money in investing in Nigeria when there is no good network. But guess what the man is saying? Hunter. He's seeing an opportunity whereby if this man is coming to invest, he's probably going to send me and I'll get some profit from it. So all of a sudden, as a man, I'm looking towards let my friend send me. At all, even if it's 2 million that is giving me as my commission or something.
Still see something on it.
Yes, I'll see something because that's for my family. But you and my wife now, you're not saying no network is good in Nigeria. Sure, now there you be near, are you mumu? You understand? And then as I don't mind that, he doesn't know what he's saying.
At first, she's not even supposed to poke nose her mouth into what they are saying, because she's not the one the man asked.
You're even judging a woman like yourself.
No, but this one is. No,
how many women put their mouth on something that is not their own in the house, simply just to have influence? I told you women are disadvantaged, because now you are just in the house. Nobody is calling you to come out. Football, you are not there. Your husband is going out, you are not there. Even in church, they don't really give you much assignments like that. You go to children's chapel, or you are doing ushering. But
like you said, communication is very, very important.
Communication from somebody who has low self-esteem will be bad already.
Actually, what I meant in that way is that the husband, if they are good communicators, the husband will still share whatever they discussed. He will still share with the woman.
Which is another form of lack of respect. Your husband is on the phone talking, and that particular
Exactly. So you should have just.
No matter the case, if a man is speaking to his friend, why are you putting your mouth as a wife? If a woman is speaking to her friend, what's your own as the husband to put mouth? You see what I'm saying? Because before anybody can shun you and it will be irritating to you, that means you're actually in public and they're having a conversation before you put your own. And if you're a man and your wife shuns you, why you put your mouth for what they discuss? You know, if my wife has her friends in the house and they are discussing, not like I won't participate, but I don't discuss with them. Because number one, if I just keep quiet, or if I'm on the phone or something, they might be saying, is your husband angry, or what's going on? You know, all this type of hard feelings and negative vibes. I don't give negative vibes. So when they come, I'm going to be like, oh, how are you? Oh, you're beautiful. You know, all these eulogies. And how's your husband? How's everybody? Oh, I saw one of your pictures on my wife's DP. Really? Yes, I always see your DP. So I'll vibe with them like that before they start their conversation. So they already know that, oh, your husband is friendly. And then I go away and walk away, and whatever I'm doing, I'll go continue. Because one, even if two people are conversing and it's in private, or if they come into my house or we go into their house, I give them that free space to be able to gist. They are friends, for God's sake. It's not everything they'll tell me. So what's the point? I leave them. But let's say we're in public, maybe like church or gathering, that I can't leave. After I do, I can do high five. You know, I have these things stored in my brain. I can come up with anything that will vibe to you at an instant, even if I don't know you before. When I do all those vibes, you have a good impression about me. And then I say, let me leave you to you. Let me leave you to you. Oh, go girls. And then I pick my phone and I put earpiece and off I go. Or I start doing something else. And I will just pretend as if I'm not interested. But if they call me and say, hey, daddy, do you know this? Really? That way, you know how I always buttress it. I will just push back whatever you say to me. I push it back to you. I'm not interested in giving my view. Because boy, oh boy, I have views. And you can tell already, if I open my mouth to talk, it's either you turn it to a preaching ground, or it's only me that will be talking, because your level of understanding about scenarios and events is not as high as I am. But in wisdom, nobody gauges it. It's not per liter. Assuming it's per liter, and you know that this guy has 100 liters and you have 5 liters. You already know he has more than you. But when it comes to wisdom, there is no gauge to it. Everybody assumes it. The only way you know who is wise is by results, not even what they say. Because some people can say things they will never be able to do. There's a pastor that I was told preaches, not a real pastor, like choir leader or something, that he preaches against adultery and all, and they said they have slept with 90% of the girls in his choir. He's the Oga choir. So you can imagine somebody who preaches. And then the first thing they said one day, while he was still preaching, one of the girls now stood up and asked a question like, is it good for leaders to be sleeping with their undertone? And he said, no, it's bad. And then he quoted Bible and is the one that is
the one they are referring to.
So sometimes it's not even in the speaking, it's in the actions. Action, they say, speaks louder than voice. So that's why I'm not in the all this talk. Once you talk, back it up with actions. If you say you're a lover boy, let's see who you are loving. If you say you're a provider, let's see what you're providing. Don't tell me you're a provider when you can't provide nothing. And you only say, hey, assuming I have. Assuming you have. Assuming you are dead. You say, no, God forbid, I'm not there. So don't assume. You tell us the truth. Do what you can do. If it is 10,000 you earn a salary, how much are you using to take care of who? And why are you taking care of them? Action. So when it comes to conversations, let everybody just maintain their own. Don't be finding unnecessary relevance. This thing is irritating. Husband wants to show he's the boss of the house. Wife wants to show he's the boss. So it's more like the anger behind the scene is coming out in public when they have conversations. So once the husband is talking, the wife also wants to share something eye blowing and wow, so they will know she's also intelligent. Yes, then the husband too wants to show that he's more superior. Instead of you two goats to love yourselves, what are you doing? You are just coming against each other, fighting against each other, and making unnecessary. Come on, man. This is not love. This is not marriage. You have to go back to your foundation and reset it. No more arguments. No more, I want to be better than you. You are not supposed to be better than each other. You are supposed to complement each other. Look for a strength. You go the opposite. You know, before I learned tailoring simply because of my dress sense. Before, I'm from a village. I don't know how to dress. Whether blue, yellow, I can wear lemon or orange. I don't care. Provided is what I have. Because in the village, we didn't have enough. So it's only what you have that you can wear. I wear 2 left slippers together on the cloth and go to church. Because that's what I have and I can't put my feet on the ground. So now, when I got married to my wife, she's from Lagos. She's touche, they are kind. Then from that position, I needed her to teach me how to dress, how to match clothing, how to do. And I was patient enough to do that. I know she's good at this. I gave it to her. So if I'm dressing and my wife says, what's this nonsense you are wearing? I will laugh. I won't get angry because I know she's better off. But when it comes to business, finance, ability to solve problems, delay gratification, all these beautiful things, I am good at that. And then she let me have my way as well. If you have a decision to make, she will probably tell you, let daddy come, because that's it. Until I decide it, she knows that no matter her decision, mine is going to be better. The solutions I provide will be better. And everybody knows their sweet spot and combine it. But guess what? Once the devil wants to attack your family, once the devil wants you to go into the bush, everybody start thinking what they are is not the only thing they are, and then they start looking for what is not lost. Simply because you think you can develop yourself to that thing. Look, there is no way you develop. If somebody had been a footballer for 10 years and you are just starting this year, no matter how gifted you are, you can't have the endurance. You might not even play this football more than 3 or 4 years before you are injured and you can't recover from it. So you respect people who have been doing things for long. The fact that you just got a job now as a wife doesn't mean you disavow of your husband who has been feeding your house for 15 years. All of a sudden, because you now have a job that pays you more than him, all of a sudden you're not the odogu. No, you are not. This job you might not do more than 3 years and you're coming back. Okay? And even if it's a business that blew out, who told you you blew out like this? You're 90. So stop going for competition. Stop doing competitiveness. You're supposed to help yourself, like, partnership, something that helps each other. But most families are not built like that. It's competition. What are you wearing? Why are you wearing this? You are buying this for yourself. You are not buying for me. You are giving your mother something. You are not giving my mother something. You see, all those versus. Is marriage versus? Marriage is supposed to be and with multiply by, but you are versusing it. Competition. Arsenal, Chelsea. No. Somebody actually told me when he asked me, what team do I support? I said Arsenal. What team does your wife support? I said Arsenal. You know what she said? She said, oh, you have to be boring. You won't have banter. I said, I don't understand. So to you now, you think once you kill the spark of love in your house, that's when you have banter. By disrespecting. In banters, you start saying things. I'll beat your team. You'll beat your, in your mind now, you think you are catching fun. You are destroying the seed of love. Every form of argument, every form of disagreement, every form of, anytime you go opposite of yourself, a seed of love in your house dies. A seed. The spark of love starts dwindling down. But you don't know. But once you're in agreement, it's sweet. All my children are Arsenal fans. I am Arsenal fan. My wife is Arsenal fan. Guess what? When we are watching football, we all go against. All of us are together. We are one team. Then we go against anything we are playing against. If we are against Bournemouth today, all of us are shouting. This one fall down. Oh yeah, injury. My wife that doesn't really know football, she too will be shouting. Is it throwing? It's a goal. That's a goal. She will shout goal too. Everybody's on one side. But because people don't know the exact training of what really helps a family, you think it's only the sweet banter of you can't sleep. Chelsea, Kiniko. You are creating more havoc than good. You now say, okay, can you imagine a man coming home from work? He's an Arsenal fan. And now Chelsea beats them. And he's already tired from work. And then the wife is now Chelsea. So once you now want to serve your food, you will now put your food inside Chelsea plate. Will the husband eat the food?
There's going to be problem that day.
They won't fight, not like they will fight and shout, but the husband will say, what kind of nonsense?
No.
He will go out and buy food. In your mind now, you are bantering. Guess what? On his way to buying that food, one girl that is wearing Arsenal jersey will say, up gunners. He say, Abio. They will start talking. They will collect number. Next tomorrow, what is going to happen? He's going to see the girl. So he likes the girl more because she's Arsenal. You now, you are doing banter. You think he's interested in your house. You have just destroyed the home. As simple as that. That's exactly what happens. So the more you can keep your togetherness in the house, the more you can avoid conflict, fight, argument, the more everybody can do the same thing quicker. The more you have the love. Don't worry about the habits that the man can behave. What if he carry and get? Don't worry about those. Those are secondary. The primary thing is, can he provide? Is he a Christian? Is he praying enough? You help him to make the good decisions. Any decision you know is for him, let him make it. Don't still go and bullshit him on the decisions he knows how to make best. You already know this man knows business. Why are you shouting on him again in the business you know he knows? You don't argue with your medical doctor now, do you?
At all.
Because you know they know. But if a medical doctor says, need that, let me pray for you, bring anointing oil.
Oh, yeah.
Or let's say, let me just say like that, let me quickly make you dinner. You first say, do you cook? He says, yes, I'm also a good cook. You be, now drug I can't collect for you. That's the way it is. Give everybody their flowers. Stop competition, especially with husband and wife. Some people even compete with their children. I hope you know.
Yes.
They compete with children. This nonsense competition spirit you have that you think made you successful, you are bringing into every inner room, even in the outer room, people compete. Why are you not doing 7 hours? Why is it 3 hours? For what? What is the competition about? Work together. That's how marriages work. Communicate together. But once you have this narrative of competition, your communication is going to be awkward. It's going to be evil. It's going to be bad. Once you lack ego, is going to be bad. If you have low self-esteem, your communication will be bad. So it's not a case of even communicating well. It's a case of who you are before you start communicating. If my megad says me I'm stupid now, I might not even answer him and I will just go. Why? Because it's not me that is stupid. If you tell me I'm stupid, I'm the one pay your salary, one couple. I gave you a house to sleep at the gate. You are telling me I'm stupid. Do I even need to respond?
Not at all.
But let my assistant pastor tell me I'm stupid. Then you see I'm going to react. Why? Because I know you are directly behind me and you might probably take my spot. I take you more serious.